Are you really busy today?
Oh, this week has been wild.
Oh boy, that's also good. A good question.
Oh. Boy, that's a tough one too.
I would say Andy Griffith.
You know, there are a lot of sports figures who would be interesting in one way or another.
Any Tar Heel alum, it would probably be MJ. I mean, that's just, you know, Chicago connection.
Well, I would say either Mia Hamm or Michael Jordan.
It would probably be Michael Jordan.
Not Michael Jordan, that's overdone.
I think I would probably want to have dinner with one of the early African-American students that attended Carolina.
Oh gosh, hands down it would be Mary Sue Coleman.
When I was younger, my grandpa always called me Opie, and Opie is part of the Andy Griffith Show.
Just because of the Chicago thing, I mean, it's Jordan, right? It would be nice to just pick his brain, how he's, you know, strategizing with the Bobcats.
Toss-up between Thomas Wolfe and Chris Matthews.
Right, if he is.
But if I could add another.
Because Thomas Wolfe, great writer. I love the write. I'm trying to get better at it.
I'd actually love to have dinner with Walker Percy, who was a great writer.
Early on, when they had to deal with the situations of civil rights issues or being able to navigate the campus and the challenges that were occurring during the civil rights era.
If I could eat a meal with any Tar Heel alum, I'd go with Hinton James.
She did her graduate degree in biochemistry here at UNC, but I met and knew her.
Who was the first student at Carolina.
As I just slapped the microphone, sorry.
So I think learning from him, hey Thomas, a few tips. How did you go about writing Look Homeward Angel? What went into that?
I met and knew Mary Sue Coleman at the University of Iowa.
If I could have dinner with any other alum, I'd probably have dinner with Holden Thorpe.
For a few reasons. One, I'd want to know why he took a risk on a university that didn't have any students yet.
Or with Chris Matthews, I'm not as much of a political junkie as a lot of my friends are.
Just because of how exciting it was when they were here at Carolina.
But I do like to think about political thought, political theory.
And that was brand new, because I would have been scared to do that if someone told me about it.
And just getting a sense of what the campus and the feel of the campus at that time was, and just kind of walking through their shoes.
Russell Banks, who's another great writer.
And I think Chris Matthews, seeing that he spent a lot of time with a lot of politicos, he could probably help me think through both sides of the argument.
I would love to hear their stories of what Carolina was like when they were here.
I would not have walked here from Wilmington. I would not have spent 2 weeks getting my butt here.
Then she left Iowa at the end of my junior year to go be president at the University of Michigan.
He's also from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He actually went to a rival high school of mine.
Two, it'd be really interesting to see what he thought of the food we were eating.
She is leading another flagship public research institution. It's one of our peer institutions.
And then I could sound really smart because I would just know everything there is to know about the political life, and I could pawn all of his knowledge off as my own and make people think that I came up with it.
What are the challenges that we're facing? How can we tackle them together?
Because I'm sure that back in 1795, dinner habits were a little different than they are nowadays.
There's so many to choose from.